Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
My work is not done.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Okay, well, this video starts a little bit slow because I realized I had my mic turned off. We're going to do a little team talk with Unicorns Love and NRG. Now, Unicorns Love, they're a team that they took second in spring. They came into the league as a team known to Cheese, which is a team that I like because I think it's more fun than everyone playing the meta. So they're led by their high potential mid laner Power of Evil, and they took second in spring, fourth in summer, just missing Worlds. And by the way, Power of Evil was the one that started Varus mid, and I do love that. Like, I do so well with Varus mid. It's one of my better mid laners. So what was I gonna say? So they're led by Power of Evil, and they do that. They just miss Worlds. They replace Kiki's kind of a conflict, I think, went on there, so that's why they would replace him. But since they replaced him, they went with they had Gilius, and then they had Oro. But then going into the year, so going into the summer here, what happens is Power of Evil leaves. They get rid of Bardogs, and their jungler spots open. At IEM, they test out Fox, formerly SK Steelback, formerly Fnatic, and then Gilius was with them. And going back, Gilius was actually with them before in their challenger scene, but after his Worlds performance in SK, they were like, this guy sucks, let's get him out of here. Just kidding. But oh guys suck. So so the roster, then they do Gillies at IEM there, and they just don't do well. I mean, their team, to be honest, now first look isn't super great. But they so they end up keeping Steel back, and Fox, but they go with Diamond Prox Jungle, formerly of Gambit. Oh god. So they sign him up since Team Vitality doesn't keep him, and that's their roster now. It's Vizichachi top. Okay, Vizichachi top, Diamond Jungle, Fox mid, Steelback ADC, and Hillisang support. Sheepy still that coach. So their year was, like I said, it was kind of, they just cheesed their way. They had one of the best games against Fnatic, and also I think the SK series, they had really good series. Like, those were really fun to watch. They're a really entertaining team. I hope that they kind of keep that same approach. Oh god. Oh my gosh. So I hope they keep that same approach, because I think it's fun to watch. But their new team, I don't know if they'll do the same. I don't know if they're still with the cheese strategy, but they might have to, because in all honesty, the team is below average in some spots. I'll start with top. Vizichachi. There was times where he played really well, and there's other times where he just wanted to kill. Okay, well, I shouldn't have flashed. But there's other times where he also was just like an average mid laner or top laner. I think he can be good to an extent, but we'll have to see. I mean, I don't know, on this roster, if you gave him a better roster, like you put him on Fnatic, I think he would do well. I don't know how he's gonna do with this roster. So I think the big thing is how the team plays, if they can play to what their actual potential is. They got potential, I'll admit that, I think, personally. If Diamond Prox can become the jungler that everyone talks about, not the one that I've seen in the past, because he really, there's been like a few games where he's done well, but in all last year, I think it was a down year for him. It just really wasn't that good. So if he can get, if Diamond Prox can play well and get good synergy with Vizichachi, I think that would be a good start. I'd rather have Unicorns of Love get top rolling more than some of their other lanes to an extent, but we'll see. So Diamond needs to play well. He needs to play what he did on M5 and on the old Gambit, because really he's just been disappointing from what I've seen. For being what's supposed to be a good guy, he's really not that great. I'm just kidding, but I want to see him get his mojo back, because people did talk him up, and I haven't seen it. I've only been in the league for just over a year, so I haven't really seen him in his prime. But I prioritize Vizichachi getting going more than Fox, because Fox also, on a good team, he did well. That's different than... Oh man, I was using the wrong... Okay, I still got the kill. Because Fox, on a good team at SK in spring when they tore it up, he did good. Their teams were focused on trying to stop Forgiven rather than him, so he was able to do whatever he wanted. Whereas, like, when the Forgiven wasn't there and they needed him to actually carry, he did not. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that Vizichachi is more proven, because Unicorns of Love, it's not like they had one great carry and Vizichachi would have to, like, could use off it. I mean, last year they were more of an overall team, so I think that it'd be better to get him rolling than Fox. I mean, Fox, I think for him to be this year, he's either gonna have to get rolling and actually carry games, or he's just gonna have to like hold his own and then try to become a force in the late game or mid game and make some plays, get some picks. I mean, he did okay in Assassins Summer Split. That was actually one of his better. He did better in Assassins, I think, than other mid lanes, like the other champs that he played. But I don't know, just Summer was really disappointing. I mean, SK in general, it wasn't good, but still. So I mean, I don't know. Oh god. I'm gonna die here. So, like I said, Vizichachi is more important to me. And then in terms of bot lane, should Diamond get them going? And I think bot lane, I think I'd rather get Vizichachi going, because Hylissang is good enough at. This is another reason why too. I really like Hylissang as a support. I think he's really good with, especially like supports that are good at getting picks, like the Morgana Thresh. Okay, good. So I think that Diamond can focus top more, because Hylissang does a very good job at roaming mid too and getting plays, but you can focus a little bit more top too, because if Hylissang and Steelback, if Steelback can hold his own this year, they'll be able to I mean, they should be able to get some kills just based on Hylissang getting a pick and Steelback and him going in. So I think that Diamond, if he can get a little bit going top, and then Hylissang can roam if they need a win lane. That's one thing. Steelback's gonna have to step up his play. He was inconsistent spring split and in the NA Challenger scene. But if he can step up his play and stay even or win lane sometimes, in terms of CSing and bowling, then yeah, then that will give Hylissang a chance to roam.
An enemy has been slain.
Come on, watch this. Snipe! Too good. Too good for spots. So, like I said, Hylissang, he's a good support, I think, in terms of getting picks. I mean, like, his Morgana and Thresh really stick out. In fact, I want to say it was spring or it might have been during the year of summer, where his Morgana was getting banned out in a lot of games. But I want to say it was the spring, the playoffs versus SK, where he really changed some games with Morgana. I could be wrong. But, I mean, he's a good player. He's a good player as a support, and I think that it's a shame that Power of Evil left them, because they would still have potential with their roster, with Poor Evil there. If they could have got a good ADC, they could have been a really good roster, I think. I mean, Diamond in the jungle would have been more than a solid enough jungler for them to contend with Poor Evil mid and then a really nice ADC like Forgiven and Unicorns of Love. Hill saying Forgiven lane, I think that'd be a really big bully lane. You'd be getting Forgiven fed in a lot of games. It's not that hard to get him fed, but I think you'd be able to. So, Steelback though, he was really consistent the whole year last year, even in Challenger scene. So I mean, but he did. There's flashes where he could play. I mean, you look at like the MSI, where he actually did really well against SKT in some games. I think that shows that. But the thing is, he did it after he was almost like guaranteed to get out of it. So, oh nice. So he needs to work on being more consistent. Okay, let's see how I can get a double kill here. Okay, come on, double kill. I don't know where he is. But, yeah, so Steelback needs to play like that for them to be good. They're going to need a Hylissang Steelback bot lane to tear it up, for sure. Because, I mean, I don't see Fox carrying games, and I don't see Vizitrocity carrying games. I mean, he can, but he's not going to be able to do the whole split unless they really improve. I do think, though, I really hope they do cheese some more of the split to try to contend, and just, like, people are like, oh, like, if they be Fnatic with a Poppy top, and all that sucks, well, we're playing the game to win. It doesn't matter what teams play or what players play. So, yeah, like I said, if I had to project them, I'm gonna say they take 7th. I think they're gonna be a team that just misses the playoffs, but I think they have potential to make the playoffs, and I think they have a potential to surprise. Really, the roster after looking at is like the players are all average, I say, except for the Hylissang. I think Hylissang's good. So, I mean, I think they got potential, those players to be above average. I think Steelback's got potential to be above average. I think Vizitrocity can become one of the better top laners for sure. So, we'll see. We'll see. So I would give them 7th. I think Sheepy's a solid coach too. I think 7th with the potential to move up to maybe the 6th range. I don't see them going much higher than 5, but I can see them going lower. But I mean, in all honesty, the bottom of the EU LCS, Rollcat and Elements do not look super good right now. So we'll have to see. I think they should be able to beat them. But I think it'll be a fun split this year for EU. You got a little top heavy and really bottom heavy, so it'll be fun to see how the top happens or how the top turns out, and which teams sneak into the playoffs behind them. So going to NA now, I know we probably got one of the more hyped teams. Probably one of the teams with the highest potentials in NA. I think they potentially could be better in TSM to a point. And that's NRG, new team that took Team 8. So I'm not even going to talk about Team 8 because there's a whole new team. But there was a little scandal that NRG was supposed to keep some of Team 8's players, but they did not. So they pretty much got a whole new roster. And I'll go from, so top is Impact, formerly Tip. You got Jungle Moon, who's in the Challenger Series. GBM, or Ganked by Mamu, who's in Korea. And then you also got Altec, formerly of Gravity and Winterfox. And Conquan, who played some on Coast, I believe, in LCS. But also, he was in the Challenger Series last year, if I'm correct. He's a good player, though. So I'll go down the list. I think Impact is probably, I have him as the top laner in NA. And I think Zion Spartan or Darshan is right there with him. And I think, but Impact, the thing that he sets him apart from Darshan is that Impact is also a very good tank top laner. He can carry, and he's a really good carry, but there's some games where he just helps win the game. There was one game where he played Shen, and he had a taunt that pretty much won them the game. Got like a 2-man taunt that was able to distract the carries enough on the other team that his team was able to take advantage of a team fight that they would have probably lost otherwise. So he's a game changer. Oh wow. Jump through this goal. Maybe I can. Keep building. Oh, you didn't see that out. So, he's Impact. If he doesn't fall off, he's gonna be the top laner in NA. I think. You got Monster, Zion, Spartan all up there, and who's the other one? I just named him in my other video. I can't even think of it right now. I don't know. I don't know who it is, but I think that he's the one to beat right now, and he's one of the big reasons why they'll be successful right away. I think there's gonna be a little learning curve for them, but we'll see what it's like for them. We'll practice some flashes. Oh god, I missed.
Shut down.
So, I think that that's part of the reason why they'll be successful is because he can change games, he can carry games, he's very experienced in NA and Korea to a point. So, I think that that'll be a big one for them. I think then I'll go to Moon, and I'm really excited to see Moon staying in the LCS or getting a chance in the LCS. And on a team like this, I mean, a lot of people said that like his the promotion series from them he kind of choked in. And I agree that he choked, but I think he has potential. He can be a really good jungler, and for NA to be successful, they need NA players to start coming out. And he's in NA, and I think he's got potential. So that's one of the players I'm glad to see get a chance. I really thought that he stood out for me in terms of the challenger scene. So for him to get the chance, I think is cool to see, because the knocking him is like, oh, NA all they do is import, so we're gonna get at least one up and coming NA player, nice chance to show what he's got and potentially be a future star of NA. Wow, is Ash carrying or what? Oh well, maybe not. But I think that's a good start. And then he can play some aggressive. I hope he plays aggressive and gets a lot of these impact and then GBM snowballing, or Altec too, which I'll get to later. I think so. If he can get GBM snowballing, I think it's fun to see. People really rated him high up on the list for dang it. They rated him high up on the list in terms of mid laners in Korea. So the fact that he's going to NA, I think will give them a chance to maybe do something in Worlds, even though he's not necessarily from NA. But what do we really define as NA? You know, what is it actually? Land of the free, home of the brave. Well, I mean, Canada, they got the same rules. Everyone in North America's got those rules, right? So I think that it'll be cool to see him there. I think that he gives him a chance. He's one of the reasons why they'll contend for the top two, is if he can. So far, it looks like he's enjoying the team, which will be fun to see how they bond also. But I think that he's got the potential to be one of the top mid laners, so if they need someone to carry them, he can do it. But they also go down to their bot lane. I think the Altec Conquan bot lane is a really good bot. I really like Altec. I think he's an underrated. I have him as potentially the best ADC in NA, even. Last year he played really well. I think he played well in Winter Fox too, even when they're behind. He farms up well. He needs to do a little bit better in terms of overall fighting, but he knows how to stay in the game, and that's what I like about him. He knows how to, even when they're losing and behind, he knows how to keep himself so that he's not behind. He knows how to get farm overall, and I think he synergizes well with most teams. But I think with this team it'll be cool to see, because I mean, like Gravity did well in them when they did well, but this is a totally different team where, I mean, Keen wasn't always a carry and Hunter was always a carry, so Altec did have to do good, or do well I should say, not good. My mama taught me better. So I think he has potential to really take a step up and maybe become the top NA ADC this year, which I mean I really like the guy. He's one of my more liked players, so it'll be fun to see how he does. And the Conquan, I know he's got potential too. He's well liked in terms of the or you'll sought after by many teams last year, so I mean I think that shows that he's a good player also. So I think it'll be fun to see how they go. I don't know how aggressive Conquan plays, so that we'll have to see. But okay, come on, kill. Dang it. So I think that the bot lane, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how aggressive Conquan is. I know Altec isn't necessarily the most aggressive ADC, if I'm correct. Like I said, he does like to farm, doesn't mean he's not aggressive, but he likes he's kind of, I would compare him to Tabs, where he doesn't risk it if he doesn't think he's got the chance to win it. He's going to play safe in lane and make sure that he doesn't give the other team an advantage, which I think will work well with this team too, because as long as like bot lane doesn't lose, top should win, mid should win. So they don't need to carry the game. I think that I think the big key for them is how they synergize. They got a pretty explosive roster with like Herman as an analyst. You got history teacher also as a manager. They had quite a few analysts as well, so I think that they got potential set up to be a good team, and I think that'll help with their like they won't get off to as of a slow start because of it. Although they possibly still could, but I don't think they will. But we'll see. I project them as third, anywhere from third or first to third with potential to fall off. They could be TSM. They could take second over C9. I think I have TSM first, C9 second overall. But after IEM, I could see NRG beating them. But NRG, say they start struggling, they could fall off. I mean, and realistically, say GVM gets up to a slow start, gets kind of not crabby, but I don't know if a tilted would work here. But if he can't do what he wants, and then he starts blaming someone, and Altec's been on bad teams, so I don't know. Overall, I think that they're too talented to struggle, though. I really want to see. I would love to see them do a full aggressive lineup and really just crush someone. That'd be fun. I just want to see kills on kills on kills, and they can do that with this lineup. Without. How much damage does that do? 250. So. Look at that. Look at them play. Okay. Oh god. Arm back up. Okay, so I have them going. If I had to say, I would say third to fourth for spring, and second for summer, possibly even first. I could see them winning it over TSM. Oh no! Oh no! They're going for me. Wow, I suck at this game. So, might as well upgrade. Get the, might as well, right? So, I think they got potential, obviously, to become a top team. I think that, looking at the roster, they could potentially, if I had to pick at Worlds, I think that you look at the teams in NA that would have a chance to make it all groups and Worlds. This team, based on talent, I think that they could. I think TSM also based on talent and just their name brand. I think that they're used to being there. They know what it takes to get there. Whereas, you know, like NRG here is kind of new to it. They might not, you know what I mean? They might not have the, like you look at like a lot of team rosters. You look at teams like LeBron James always knows how to get to the finals because he's done it before. He knows what they got to do. Teams like that know what they got to do to get there. And I think that TSM's got a more of a brand than NRG, but NRG might have more talent. As of right now, I mean, based on last year, but that could be wrong. I think that C9 would have a chance just based on some of their talent and shot calling. I mean, if you get Rush going with a better overall team, or not better. I mean, Tip was good last year, but when they lost Xiao Zhao, it was just a new team. So you can do that. But I think, like I said, I think that this team would have a chance to do something at Worlds. Not guaranteed they're going to win. They might need to change some things up still, but they got a chance. So we're going to end this game quick, and as you can see, Unicorns of Love 7th, NRG 3rd, but we could be wrong. Well, thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe. This video ready? I'll see. I mean, I can work on some things. My the way I analyzed Unicorns of Love wasn't the best. I mean, and NRG in terms of I don't know their players fully, but I'm just kind of giving a rough draft overview, something that has been requested. So thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe. I would love to talk to some people about this stuff.